Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear me. Happy birthday to me. And many more. Yeah, I'm sure I'm not the first person to sing myself happy birthday in this pandemic. A lot of isolation out there. Hi guys! It's time again! Here we are. It's live stream time. I'm thrilled to be here, and I'm in a different place. You might notice I am in the Watermelon, which is my studio in New Orleans, Louisiana, where I technically live. I haven't been here since February, but I drove down last week. I didn't stop at hotels. I slept in the car. I had hand sanitizer wipes. Don't worry, it was all safe. And I'm so glad to be here with you. Thank you guys for coming to my birthday party. Gosh, this is nice. I'm wearing my People Are Good shirt today because this is my theme of my year, and I hope of yours too. I'm trying to vision this theme into being for all the humans of the planet in the coming year and decade. And on that note, I'm going to start with a song about people being good. Jesus Christ was a handsome man. He had nothing to hide. He said, give bread to the hungry, bring the homeless inside. Jesus Christ was a dangerous man, and that's the way that he died, saying, be good to the people you love, and love everybody alive. Be good to the people. Be good to the people. Be good to the people you love, and love everybody alive. Dr. King was a preacher. He had God on his side. He said, all God's children are brothers. Don't cast your brother aside. Dr. King was a dangerous man. That's the way that he died, saying, be good to the people you love, and love everybody alive. Be good to the people. Be good to the people. Be good to the people you love, and love everybody alive. There ain't nothing more criminal than kindness. There ain't nothing more valuable than blindness. They'll make anyone a martyr who reminds us everybody got a right to be free. Be good to the people. Be good to the people. Be good to the people you love, and love everybody alive. Love everybody alive, and love everybody alive. Be good to the people. That's right. Happy birthday to the people of the world. Guys, okay. Well, so since I'm back in New Orleans and I'm in my Watermelon, this has been my writing studio and sometimes recording studio now for 8 years. I've lived down here for 8 years. I guess 7 years because we had to, this was like a shed in the backyard with cockroach and spider homes. And so we really had to fix it up before I could move into it as a writing studio. So about 7 years I've been writing in here. And for that reason, I want to do kind of a creativity and inspiration theme. I'm going to show you around the studio a little bit, show you some of my some of my little inspiration bits. I'm very big on gree, as we say down here. So like little tiny bits of things that I find inspiring. That's a tiny purple shoe from the Muses Parade. Anywho, I'm going to tell you a little bit of backstory about the songs that I play as well. I wanted to mention about that song that the thing that first inspired me to write it was actually I met this guy in Hawaii, and we had just met at like a party. And I was asking about what he did, and he said that he worked with the homeless. And I was like, oh, cool. Okay, how do you solve homelessness? And he said, give people homes. Like, it was the most obvious thing in the world. I was like, that's good for the people. Anyway, this is a tune called Vim and Vigor. It was on my So Ferocious record. And it wasn't inspired by Mae West, because when I wrote it, I didn't know about her yet. But now that I know about her, I realize it is her song, and it always was. I know I got a dirty mind. It's in the gutter all the time. I don't believe that it's a crime. I consider it a service. This ain't 1954. Ain't a man's world anymore. So what you wanna tame me for? Do I make you nervous? I roll up by them and bigger, chomping at the bit with my finger on the trigger, pitching a bit all lipstick and vinegar. Like, baby, do you dare me? I curse a blue streak like a drunken doxy. Don't give a fuck if you find me foxy. Do what I like to, 'cause I got moxie. And you don't scare me. You don't scare me. No, oh, no. No. I know I got a lot of nerve. I ought to get what I deserve. Half a dozen men to serve me. Well, it stands to reason. A couple of them feed me sweets. A couple more to rub my feet. And one or two between my sheets. If I find it pleasing, I'll roll up by them and bigger. I'm chopping it a little with my finger on the trigger, pitching a bit all lipstick and vinegar. Like, baby, do you dare me? Cuss a blue streak like a drunken doxy. I don't give a fuck if you find it boxy. I do what I like to, 'cause I got moxie. And you don't scare me. You don't scare me. Well, I wake up every morning with something to say. I got music to play. And lots of good loving all day. And you wake up every morning just hating on me. Ain't it easy to see who it feels better to be? Na 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 na. I rolled up about them and bigger, chomping at the bit, got my finger on the trigger. I'm pitching a bit all lipstick and vinegar. Like, baby, do you dare me? Cuss a blue streak like a drunken doxy. I don't give a fuck if you find me boxy. I do what I like to, 'cause I got moxie. And you don't scare me. No, you don't scare me. You don't scare me. Oh, no. No. That's right. Guys, hi. Wow. Long pandemic, huh? You keep thinking, okay, we did that part, on to the next thing. And we're on to the next thing, but we're still doing all the other things too. It's like it's a pileup of exciting and thrilling and distressing events in the world. But hey, I hope that you guys are baking a lot and that you're hunkered down with friends, as I have been for most of this pandemic. Speaking of friends, the reason that I do these monthly live streams is A, to hang out with you guys, because there's not going to be gigs for a while, and I want to see you and sing for you. But two, that was A and two. Two is because my guys in my band also have no gigs. And if you're a guy in a band, then you probably don't have like a Patreon page, which is something I have that keeps me afloat. So for sidemen like Joe and Pat, my dear, dear friends, it's a really hard time, especially this week with the unemployment benefits expiring, the federal unemployment benefits. So this is the 5th month in a row since the pandemic started that I have been here on Facebook and YouTube trying to raise rent money for the guys in my band, Joe and Pat. Joe Plowman is my bass player. He's been with me for 10 years. We've written songs together and made records and driven all over the world, more or less. And Patrick Firth, has been in my band for 5 years. He plays keys. And same deal. They're just really, really great guys, and I love them very much. And so I'm here singing songs today without them for the first time, just by my lonesome here in the watermelon. And what I want for my birthday is to raise their rent money, which is their combined total of their rent is $3,250. So that's what we're out here doing today. And we're getting better technology now. We have a banner here, or whatever you call that, at the bottom. We've raised almost $500 of $3,250, and that was 2 songs. So wahoo! Relatedly, I got a matching grant offer from a dear fan. She's my mom. My mom offered to do a matching grant of every donation of $20 or less. So small donations will be doubled for this first hour of the show. So we'll say until 3:10 my time for you guys. I don't know where you are. 3:10 New Orleans time. The next hour, if you make a donation of $20 or less, so any small donation, my mom will personally match that donation. So your money will be double. I love that. Cool. Good. Let's do... I've been playing this one every show because it just feels so apt here in this pandemic world. This is called Harbor. It isn't safe out here, it's perfectly clear. I should have known it was a big mistake. I could have stayed at home, not answered the phone, and never given you my heart to break. But lovers run to ruin, soldiers run to war. Ships are safe in harbor, but it ain't what ships are for. Hearts are made for breaking, you were made for me. So batten down the hatches, honey, we'll sail away to sea. We had a lot to learn, courage to burn. We were the cutest little fools in town. I was an awful mess, but you were the best, and I was trying not to let you down. But lovers run to ruin, soldiers run to war. Ships are safe in harbor, but it ain't what ships are for. Love is for the making, you were made for me. So batten down the hatches, honey, we'll sail away to sea. It can seem insane, the wind and the rain howling through the dark of the night. But when the stars come out, the darkest of doubt is nothing to the joy of their light. It isn't safe out there, and you're getting scared, and honey, you got every right to be. But the time is now, so steady the prow and go ahead into the mystery. boats are safe in harbor, but it ain't what ships are for. Hearts are made for breaking. You were made for me. So batten down the hatches, honey. We'll sail away to sea. Thank you. The more I'm doing these live streams, the more I try to, like, as I end a song, I just do a really strong visual imagery of a lot of people clapping. I can see there's 282 of you. So I picture 282 people. That's like a nice sized club. That's like a, like a World Cafe Live or something. So I picture 283 people clapping. And I'm like, oh, they're out there loving me. It feels good. Really quick. Just because this is a fun thing to do, and I've never done a show from the watermelon before, I'm going to show you some of the little bits and pieces I've gathered that relate to some of the songs. So this is a postcard that I found, and I had it right around the time I was writing that song Harbor and making the album Buck Up, and I just love there's like a little tiny bird person with like a bearded guy, and they're riding a fish at night. This to me is very much the vibe of the song Harbor. I don't know if any of these are going to make sense to you, but it's my birthday, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Yeah, I'm excited to show you around all my little creative bits and baubles. Let's see. I'm going to take requests more or less this whole show, so if there's anything you want to hear, feel free to put it in the comments. My lovely and talented moderator, my husband John, who prefers to remain off camera, is going to hand me notes. So if you have requests you want to hear or questions you want to ask, feel free to put them in the comments. John is going to try and keep track of them. My manager, also lovely and talented, Natalie Kleinschmidt, is also in the comments. And they can help you out. I don't read the comments while I play because it's too many things to do. My small little brain is mostly full of curly hair. I can't do that many things at once. So anyway, I'm going to do now... Actually, I'm going to do a song called Jacket. That whole record, Buck Up, was written right here in the watermelon. So each song I play, I'm having little memories come up. I'll tell you about it. I took a good long drive down to NJ Pike, thinking why you gotta be the type of boy I like, and why you act so dumb, all the books you read. You got a body like that, but you're living in your head. I make a quick pit stop at the Molly picture. You say you got a girl, but I don't see you with you. You say you want a drink, but I want something stiffer. You say I ought to keep it clean, I ain't a Swiffer. Well, I like your shirt, I like your jacket, I like to think about you when I whack it. It doesn't hurt, ain't nothing to it. Call me when you had enough of thinking, honey, let's do it. Yeah, I wanna do it to ya. When we met last week in the elevator, said I gotta feed a meter, but I'm gonna see you later. In the bar you were chewing on a Swizzle stick. I said you look so good, you're about to make me sick. We tried to take a walk, but it was too much. You only wanna talk, you know I'm gonna wanna touch. We tried to have a chat, but it was too scary. You're just a Democrat, I'm a revolutionary. Yeah, I like your shirt, I like your jacket, I like to think about you when I whack it. It doesn't hurt, ain't nothing to it. Call me when you had enough of thinking, honey, the crowd goes wild. Oh, guys, I know what another thing I wanted to talk about. So this is a fundraising show. However, I don't know if you've heard about this pandemic thing, but I know a lot of people are out of jobs, not just me and my bandmates. So I just wanted to be really, really clear that although I talk about money a lot in this show because I like really want to pay rent for my guys, money is not the point. The point is music and connecting with you guys. And if you're out of a job or underemployed or furloughed or any of the many things that people are right now, I want you to feel no obligation whatsoever to pay me money or send rent money for the boys. That is literally not the point. So don't feel shamed at all. I really want you here whether you can afford to pay or not. Having said that, if you really want to help out and you don't have money, there's another way to do it, which I just thought of this morning, which is you can share this video on your Facebook wall. So it should be a shareable post, the thing you're looking at on Facebook. And if you want to hit the share button, put it on your own wall and say like, this is an artist, Carsey Blanton, I really like her, check out the live show. That would be really cool, because one of the things that used to exist pre-pandemic is I would play shows and people would come to them who didn't already know who I was. And that was neat, you know, like it was easier to discover new music out in the world than it is here in the internet world where we're all in our little boxes. So please do share this post, and thank you for the money also. I heard we're up to $748.50, which is amazing. There's a donate link. If you do want to donate, it should be on this post. It should also be in the comments. It's like a link tree thing, and that has all the different ways. We do PayPal, we do Venmo, we do other stuff I can't think of right now. Anyway, thanks for the money, and thanks for the not money kinds of support too. I love them all. Okay, I got a question, which I love because this is a question I've been asking people. How's the apocalypse going for you? You know, it's going pretty well, all things considered. Like a lot of musicians, I was very freaked out at the beginning because I was like, where's the money going to come from? And then I quickly realized that because of Patreon, which I'll tell you more about later, but Patreon is an amazing thing where people subscribe to me, so I have some monthly income. Because of that, and because of not eating at restaurants or traveling, like flights and hotels and driving ended up costing me trillions of dollars. So I'm actually doing fine with money, and because of that, I've been really enjoying the pandemic because it's given me a ton of focused creative time. So I've been working on a new record. I got to write a musical with Jill and Pat a couple months ago for this festival in Australia. I had my wisdom teeth out. That was fun. It wasn't fun, but it was needed. Yeah, so I've had a pretty good time in the pandemic. How's your apocalypse going, guys? Maybe John will pass me some of your comments. Feel free to discuss amongst yourselves. Let's see. Let's do another one from the Buck Up album. This one is called American Kid. I was once an American kid, growing up on hallowed ground. Rode to the river on a pretty red horse in a pretty little country town. But I grew up fast and I cast my vote for the president. And I had my doubts, but I still had hope until I read the finer print. Don't look now, but it won't be long. They're gonna wonder what we did, and we'll have to admit that we done them wrong. God help the American kid. Oh, God help the American kid. Well, I read the news and the papers too, and I see them on the TV screen. Maybe they know not what they do, but I wish they'd say what they mean. We stole this nation fair and square, and a whole lot of people in chains, but it was all for the glory of God, I swear, and the glory of capital gains. Don't look now, but it won't others don't. God loves all the boys and girls. God knows America won't. I hear them holler in my head. Can you hear that lonesome sound? Well, it may be true that we've made our bed, but I ain't taking it lying down. Don't look now, but it won't be long. They're gonna wonder what we did, and we'll have to admit that we done them wrong. God help the American kid. Oh, God help the American kid. God help the American kid. Oh, God, help us all, you know? Kids, grown-ups, heck, we could use it. Let's see. I was trying to think. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Speaking of kids, American kids, and of my birthday, this is me. Little tiny me! Doing my main way of laughing when I was a child, which is going, which I kind of love. And my niece Violet does the same kind of laughing. I find it very endearing. She's in the American Kid video. Speaking of, let's see. Somebody asked about the apocalypse, and that made me want to play this new song, Party at the End of the World. I am working on a new record, as I mentioned. All of the process of making that album is going up on Patreon, so if you like the behind-the-scenes stuff, become a patron. It's easy, it's fun. And, come on. Yeah. And this song will be on the album, and it already is on the Patreon in demo form. It's called Party at the End of the World. Here in the apocalypse, between the pandemic and the... I was actually visiting with a friend last night, and we were remembering how, like, right before the pandemic, Bernie lost the nomination. I didn't even remember that, how upset I was about that. It's hard to keep track, you know, out here. So anyway, a lot of things going wrong. I heard there are UFOs now. That's exciting. That's, like, kind of good emergency. I hope the aliens are good and save us. It's hard to tell, but here's a story. We're going out in a blaze of glory. It's too late now to fix this mess. So honey, put on that party dress. Oh, there's a party at the end of the world. Let's go to the party at the end of the world. We'll dance with a beautiful girl. It's our last chance. Party at the end of the world. There's a party at the end. We can dance and we can kiss. Toast to all the things we'll miss. Snow in winter, rain in summer. Banging drums and banging drummers. Oh, there's a party. Yeah, guys. All the feelings, you know, they're all out there. Let's see. I want to welcome some new patrons. So, Patreon, it's a website. You can pay. It's a monthly amount instead of like a one-time donation. Starts at $3 a month. And I put all my songs on there, and everyone who's a patron of any amount gets access to all the songs. So, it's pretty cool. So we have Kayla S. Hello, Kayla S. We have Amber R. We have Brad P. Thank you for becoming patrons on my birthday. I'm actually going to send out birthday presents to all of my patrons next month from me, Hobbit birthday, if I hit 600 patrons, which I think we're pretty close to, because we also have all these new patrons in the last few days. Alice Armstrong, Mary Jean Yon, Clarice Brazas, Gary McDowell, Dick Huey, Nancy, Patty White, Tim Rhoda, Burley Williams, Diane Kovacs, Kendra Soprano. Welcome to Patreon, guys. That was fun. Made me feel like a carnival barker. Love that. Oh, and I just realized. Dan requests the animal I am. You got it. I'm going to do one other one and then that, Dan. Hi, Dan. Dan in Chicago, I presume. Let's see. First, I'm going to do a bit of an upper one. This is So Ferocious, and just talking about all the feelings here in the apocalypse, one of them is definitely rage. You got your grief, you got your rage, you got your excitement, you got your party feeling. That's what the last one was kind of about. This is more of a rage song. I like these too. Oh! Walking through the city feeling so ferocious, I could take anyone. See me run from you, no way, no way. Everything you said to me was so atrocious, you ought to take it back. If I had a punch to pack, I'd make you pay. You pay. I guess your mama didn't raise you right, and you wanna take it out on me. You're just a bully looking for a fight, and you didn't know that I could be so ferocious. So ferocious. You wake up every morning feeling so malicious, mouth full of sour grapes. When you see a smiling face, it makes you mad. So mad. Everything you ever do is so delicious, I ought to cut a break. Whoops. When I really contemplate you, I feel sad, so sad. I guess your mama didn't raise you right, and you wanna take it out on me. You're just a bully looking for a fight, but you didn't know that I could be so ferocious. So ferocious. Well, you think you're tough, but before long you'll see that ain't no way to live. 'Cause the stuff that makes you strong ain't what you take, it's what you give. I guess your mama didn't raise you right, and you wanna take it out on me. You're just a bully looking for a fight, and you didn't know that I could be so ferocious. So ferocious. So ferocious. Yeah. Oh, now I'm warm. Little known fact about live streams, guys. This is a little inside the artist studio factoid. You can't really have the AC on while you're playing a live stream because it messes with the electrical grid. At least all the houses that I've played live streams in. Maybe if you have a newer house, that doesn't happen. So one reason we all are very sweaty lately is because it is hot and the AC is not on. Fun fact. Wow, more new patrons. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hello, new patrons Linda B, Diane U, and Mary J. Hello, another song request. Good. Happy birthday to Laura B. Aw, we have the same birthday, kind of. The truth is that my birthday was on Wednesday. My birthday is July 22nd. But I like to do these live streams on weekends, and I like to do them in the afternoon so that people in Europe can listen because it's nighttime. People on the West Coast can listen. Everybody can listen and is more likely to not be at work. So anyway, not my real birthday, but the birthday sentiment is real. And I know that your birthday tidings are real as well. And for Laura B., it is her real birthday. So I hope you're eating whatever kind of cake you like. I made 6 peach pound cakes on my real birthday. I only ate one of them, though. Gave the other ones away. Yeah. All right, guys. This is The Animal I Am, by request of Dan. The animal I am inside, don't give a damn about my pride. Her smile is a mile wide, 'cause she don't give a damn. The animal who lives in me don't give a shit for dignity. So go ahead and let me be the animal I am. When I try to reason, she just laughs. When she cries, it breaks my heart in half. And in my younger days, I tried to keep her locked away inside, but ain't no use to try and hide the animal I am. The animal is in me yet. She's got no use for etiquette. Heaven knows if you will get a lion or a lamb. And God forbid you fall for me, though I may treat you tenderly. Hang around and you will see the animal I am. When I try to reason, she just laughs. When she cries, it breaks my heart in half. And in my younger days, I tried to keep her locked away inside. Ain't no use to try and hide the animal I am. Well, she barks all night. She's always starting fights, but she's only acting tough. All she needs is love, yeah. In my younger days, I tried to keep her locked away inside, but ain't no use to try and hide the animal I am. It ain't no use to try and hide the animal I am. It ain't no use to try and hide the animal I am. Woo! Yeah. It's true. Let's see. What am I going to tell you? I'm going to tell you about animals. Really like them. I have a lot of animal imagery here in the studio. I also have 2 dogs, Ella and Domino. That song was somewhat inspired by Ella because she's sort of a bratty dog. But I love her just the same. She's the animal she is. But I also have all kinds of stuff out here in the studio that just reminds me of like being a ferocious animal or not ferocious. Have a lot of these Mexican alebrijes. Can you see that? So that's a porcupine, but there's all different kinds. I have, this is another little creature. Just tons of little creatures. Oh, I know a good one. I don't know if Yvonne from California is watching, but she gave me one of my favorite things in the whole studio, which is a badger skull. It was sustainably foraged. No badgers were harmed unnaturally in the making of this skull. I find this to be a really great artistic talisman gree-gree thing. Makes me feel very ferocious. And in its mouth we have, this is a Mardi Gras piece of gree-gree. So this is from the Skull and Bones crew. It's a cork painted with a little skull face. And I got that on Mardi Gras morning. Skull and Bones crew comes out first thing Mardi Gras morning, like 6 a.m. in my neighborhood, Treme, and they knock on all the doors and they say, "Come out, it's Mardi Gras morning." And they have a great saying that's something like, gosh, I can't remember it now. It always reminds me of the Bob Dylan line, "He who ain't busy being born is busy dying." But it's something like that. It's like, if you ain't busy living, you're busy dying, or something. They knock on your doors. It's crazy. I love Mardi Gras. Oh, I also have this little bird bell, which I'm going to ring when we get new patrons. I forgot to do it before, but yay, all the new patrons. Yeah. All right. We're getting a lot of requests for the John Prine tribute song, and I promise you I will play it, but I'm going to play it a little later, probably near the end. I hope you can wait. But you know what? Because it's my birthday and I can do what I want, I am going to play, instead of that, a little bit of a John Prine song. This is one of my favorite John Prine songs, maybe not my very favorite. I was thinking a lot about Spanish Pipe Dream when I was making those peach pound cakes. Was a level-headed dancer on the road to alcohol. I was just a soldier on my way to Montreal. That's how Spanish Pipe Dream starts. That's the one, blow up your TV, eat a lot of peaches. I'll tell you one thing I love about that song. Everything. Another thing I love about that song is, how about she was a level-headed dancer on the road to alcohol. I was just a soldier on my way to Montreal. He just set that scene so fast. It spins your head around to think about. You're now like, okay, we're in a strip club. Okay, this is a dancer, but she's cool. She's chill. She might be an alcoholic, but not yet. And then you're like, okay, now we got a draft dodger in the place. All right, let's go. That guy could write the heck out of a song. Here's another of my favorite of his. I've been thinking lately about the people I meet. Car wash on the corner and the hole in the street, where my ankles hurt with shoes on my feet, and I wonder if I'm gonna see tomorrow. Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us, we'll forgive you. We'll forgive each other till we both turn blue. Then we'll whistle and go fishing in heaven. I was in the army, but I never dug a trench. Used to bust my knuckles on a monkey wrench. Go to town and drink, give the girls a pinch, but I don't think they ever really noticed me. Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us, we'll forgive you. We'll forgive each other till we both turn blue. Then we'll whistle and go fishing in heaven. Fishing, whistle, whistle and fish. Eat everything that they put on your dish. When we get through, we'll all make a wish that we never have to do this again. My very first job said thank you and please. They made me wash a parking lot down on my knees. Then I got fired for being scared of bees, and they only gave me 50 cents an hour. Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us, we'll forgive you. You forgive each other till we both turn blue. Then we'll whistle and go fishing in heaven. We'll whistle and go fishing in heaven. That's another of my favorite lines ever. I think Spanish Pipe Dream is probably my favorite opening lines ever. And then if you ask me my favorite lyric ever written in any song, it's gotta be, Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us, we'll forgive you. How much comedy did you get into that one little line? Plus, it's a beautiful rhyme scheme. Plus, Father, forgive us, a beautiful phrase. It's just got everything you want in a lyric. Thanks, John. All right. Where were we? All right, I have some news. I think I'm going to go ahead and say what it is. The news is, guys, you ready? You guys ready? 337 people about to hear this news. I'm moving away from New Orleans. Me and John decided to actually leave this place, at least for now. With the pandemic, it just feels like I want to be closer to my band, and we want to be closer to our friends and family, and a lot of them are in the Northeast, because that's a lot of where we grew up. We grew up at various places. I grew up a lot in Virginia and a little bit in Oregon, but most of my family has settled in Philadelphia. John grew up in Hawaii, but then his family moved to New York. Some of them are down here now. We're all scattered to the four winds, but it feels like at a pandemic time like this, we want to hunker down where we've got a few more people. So the reason I'm telling you that is because this is kind of a farewell New Orleans show right now. It kind of breaks my heart, but it feels like the right thing to do, at least right now. So I want to play a song I wrote about a year ago that is called "So Long, New Orleans," and it's sort of a double meaning song because I was already thinking about possibly moving away to New Orleans last year when I wrote it, but it's also about how New Orleans is just such a it's an ephemeral place. It barely exists at all, and it's not going to exist for long. So that's one of the things that's so special about the city. So here it is. New Orleans is crazy. There's nothing she won't do. And if you hang around with her, she'll make you do it too. From the mouth of the Mississippi to the banks of Pontchartrain, black and greasy be thy heart, hallowed be thy name, hallowed be thy name. Ain't she just the sweetest thing you've seen? So long, New Orleans. So long, New Orleans. There ain't nowhere better. There ain't nowhere worse. Just when you think she's blessing you, you're bound to get her curse. She'll feed you at a table. She'll show you to her room. But are you rocking in her cradle or rotting in her tomb? Rotting in her tomb. Ain't she just the sweetest thing you've seen? So long, New Orleans. So long, New Orleans. New Orleans is tragic. There's nothing she won't lose. If she ain't taking water, she's giving us the blues. From the mouth of the Mississippi to the banks of Pontchartrain, black and greasy be thy heart, hallowed be thy name, hallowed be thy name. Thank you. Thank you, New Orleans. Gosh. Whoa. Oh man, I'm reading this banner as you guys are as well. This is how John is communicating to me how the fundraising is going. We are at almost $3,000 of $32.50, and we are not even at the end of the first hour, and that just really warms my heart, and it really makes me feel loved, and it also really is a relief because I just am so happy that I can pay the guys' rent. Because, hey, somebody's got to do it, and they're about to lose a bunch of unemployment, and here we all are. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Wow, happy birthday to me. Just got a bunch of new patrons too. So yeah, it looks like we're almost to the goal. I think we're gonna hit it in this hour. We still have that matching grant for all donations of $20 or less. So if you only got a few bucks to spare, absolutely do not be at all feeling bad about that, because I'm thrilled that you're sparing anything at all. It all goes a long way, and right now it goes double because we have a matching grant. So gosh, oh, that's so exciting. Oh, this is exciting too, because another thing I really wanted to do for my birthday, but I didn't want to do it if we weren't going to make rent, because that's the first priority. Now that we're about to make rent, it looks like, I want to mention there's an organization here in New Orleans called Southern Solidarity. It's a mutual aid society that is feeding and clothing homeless people, of which there's a huge population here. So I'm very excited to have a house to live in, even though I'm moving away from here. Gonna have another house somewhere else, and I'm very excited that Joe and Pat have houses to live in. And I also just want to mention that not everybody does have a house to live in. So now that we've made that goal, I'm going to be donating much of the rest of the proceeds, if anybody else donates after this, to southernsolidarity.org. If anybody wants to drop that link in the comments, that'd be awesome. southernsolidarity.org. Woo! Gosh. It's a lot. There's a lot. It's a lot of feelings out here. That's the world, though, isn't it? A lot of feelings out there in general right now. I want to stay on this New Orleans tip for a second. So I moved here 8 years ago, and we mostly moved here just because it's such an inspiring place to be a songwriter. So I've written just a whole bucket of songs about New Orleans. That last one is just the most recent in a set. I'm going to do a couple more that were inspired by this city. Before I ever moved here, so this was like more than 10 years ago, before I made the Idiot Heart record, I had come down here just kind of gallivanting around, and I had this experience with a handsome man who I met in a bar, where he was just one of these wacky characters in New Orleans. It's full of them. And we had all these conversations about death, and he was very clear on the idea that, like, because mortality is permanent, we have to just have as much good times as possible. We have to be eating, we have to be drinking, we have to be banging, we have to just make it all happen. You have to sing, you have to dance. It's all right here. I felt like that guy was a really good conduit for sort of the spirit of New Orleans, and so I wrote this song about something he said. He said, baby, what's a big deal? Feel what you wanna feel. Say what you wanna say. You're gonna die one day. For example, I could kiss you just because I want to. What's the difference if you turn away? I'm gonna die one day. Why do you waste your time thinking about your reputation? Trying to meet an expectation, wondering what they're gonna say. When everyone you've ever known is heading for a headstone. I don't wanna give the end away, but we're gonna die one day. Your body is an animal, doesn't ask for much. A little music and a soft touch. Why don't you let it out to play? Your heart is in a bird cage, singing in your chest. Try to shut it up, but give it a rest. You're gonna die one day. Why do we waste our time thinking about an obligation? Running from a confrontation, wondering what we ought to say. When everyone we've ever known is heading for a headstone. I don't wanna give the end away, but we're gonna die one day. We're gonna die one day. We're gonna die one day. So baby, what's a big deal? If you wanna be free, say what you wanna feel. Spend the night with me. I'm gonna take you up in my arms, and if we must go down, we'll go singing to the smoke alarms. We'll dance into the ground. getting hot in here? It's just me. No, it really is. Yeah, guys. Wow. Okay, ton of new patrons. Bells. Angels getting their wings. 7 new patrons. Holy crap. Okay, Nicholas S., John, Deb C., Megan, Chris M., Casey H., and Tiffany P. Yay! Gosh, I'm so excited that you're patrons. Wow. Cool. Really cool. Well, this is probably a good time to mention. I like to send Hobbit birthday gifts out when I can, when I'm not on tour, and right now I'm not on tour. So for my Hobbit birthday, if we hit 600 patrons, which I have a feeling we're in spitting distance of that right now. Let me check really quick. If we hit 600 patrons, here's the deal. I am going to send birthday gifts to every single patron who wants one, okay? So it's not going to be a matter of, 587, we need 13 more patrons, we'll make it. It's not going to be a matter of how much you pay. So if you're a $3 patron, you'll get it. And if you're a $20 patron, you'll get it. It don't matter. And what I'm going to send out are any of my early albums. So I had, the first album I made was called Ain't So Green. I think I'll do a song from that next so you get a feeling about what that album's like. The next album I made was Buoy. And I also made an EP called Rude Remarks and Dirty Jokes. So if you don't have any of those yet, you can get one of those if you become a patron, and I'll just send it right out to you next month, even if it's $3. I don't even care, because that's how it works here at Carsey Blend Industries. Gosh, thank you so much for being patrons. That is just thrilling. Let's see here. Somebody requested this in the comments before the show, which was good because it gave me time to relearn it. This is a song from my very first record, Ain't So Green, which came out when I was 19. And now I'm 35, as of Wednesday, before you ask. I love you so much that I feel like I've already lost you. And nothing you tell me can make me believe that you'll stay. I try to be trusting, 'cause Lord knows I know what it costs you to be true to your lover, but never believe what they say. So what are we earning? What does it cost if we spend our time mourning for something we haven't yet lost? I made you a promise to love you, but that wasn't all. I'm ready to hold on and willing to fall. Last night I woke to the sound of my own shallow breathing. I said, baby, come closer, there's something I want you to know. When you say you love me, don't you mean that you're never leaving? 'Cause when I say I love you, I mean I don't want you to go. So what are we earning? And what will it cost if we spend our time mourning for something we haven't yet lost? I made you a promise to love you, but that wasn't all. I'm ready to hold on and willing to fall. Message from the past. 19-year-old me. There she is. Can you see me? Oh, look, I'm so small. Look, my hair's so long. It's back. Somebody asked if I've always had the same haircut, and the answer is no. Look, it's really long right there. But I do have the same haircut now that I've had for my entire childhood, so. Whoa! We made our goal! Woo! And then some, gosh. Wow, we're up to, this is big. We're up to 37, 94, 30. Hey! That's so exciting. Okay, great. That means I believe that means I can give 10%. This is what I wanted to do, but I didn't want to take away rent money from the boys. So I can give 10% of the proceeds today to Southern Solidarity, and I'm just thrilled about that. Give money for rent, give money for people who don't pay rent because they don't have houses. Feels right. Happy birthday, folks. Wow. Yeah, so that was a song from the Ain't So Green album that came out when I was 19. The next album I made is called Buoy, and I think I'll do a song from that now. And the reason I'm doing these early albums is because if you become a patron before August 1st, so either today or anytime in the next few days, whatever that is, you can get one of my early albums, one of the first 3 albums. So, what the heck, you can get them all. Honestly, I have plenty of them, and I don't really want to bring them all the way out of New Orleans with me. So, yeah. Which one am I going to do from this, though? Take a look at the track listing. This is Buoy, cover designed by my friend Tilka Elkins. And I think I'll do, what the heck? I think I'll do Baby Can Dance? This will be fun because this song was like the hit that everyone asked for all the time for the first 10 years of my career, and then I finally wrote enough songs that they superseded this one, so now I could just do it for fun. He got a frame like a busted bike. He got a face that nobody likes to see. Nobody but me. He got a thing or two to learn about love. He act like he ain't never heard of romance. So I'd give him a chance. My baby can dance. My baby can swing. My baby can shake me slow so I don't need no other thing. My baby can dance. My baby can sway. My baby can hold me tight enough to drive my cares away. My baby can, we go out to the joint downtown. I dress up and he dress down, but it don't matter one bit. 'Cause we got something better than class. Who needs love when love don't last that long? All we need is a song. And my baby can dance. My baby can groove. My baby can shut me up so I listen to the music and move. My baby can dance. My baby can sway. My baby can hold me tight enough to drive my cares away. My baby can ba 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 dee 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 dee. La 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 ooh ooh. Ah, my baby can dance. My baby can swing. My baby can shake me slow so I don't need no other thing. My baby can dance. My baby can sway. My baby can hold me tight enough to drive my cares away. My baby can dance. Ah, see, it's fun again. Tell you what, guys, I've written a bunch of songs now. Now that I'm an elder statesman at the age of 35, let me tell you, I've written a lot of songs, and a funny thing happens when you write for a long time, which is you get sick of the old ones. But another funny thing happens, which is if you stop if you stop playing the old songs for a while, then they come back around and they're fun again. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool being old. Just kidding. I don't have that particular trip about, oh no, I'm getting old. I think because I was the youngest person around for a really long time, so I think it's fun to be the oldest person around. So if I'm ever hanging out with musicians who are younger than me, I'm like, ha! You don't know anything. I like getting old. I was 16 when I went on my first tour. I moved away from home in Virginia, moved into a house in Eugene, Oregon with a bunch of hippie musicians, and I went on a 6-week tour all around the West Coast. I think that was the summer I turned 16, actually. So yeah, that would be 20 years ago. What? 19 years ago. Okay, I'm getting a little old. Anyway, 8 new patrons! Yay! Michael W., Monica B., Leslie J., Richard D., Benjamin R., Joni or Voni, and Eric and Julia M. Oh my gosh, guys, thank you. I'm so excited. I'm excited to have you as patrons. Excited to send you these 2 CDs in a time capsule. You can go back in time. That means we only have 7 more to go, and then we hit our 600 patrons goal. So you know what? I think we're going to do it. I think I'm going to actually send gifts to everyone. That's just really exciting. Woo! Okay. Good and warmed up now. Let's see. What shall we play? Do we have any more requests? Oh, did I say Mary G? I think I missed Mary G, new patron. Hi, Mary. Okay. Ooh, somebody wants a Nick Lowe cover. I tell you what, that is inspiring me to try a little experiment. I kind of wanted to mention earlier, so when I played my song, So Long, New Orleans. New Orleans is crazy. I wanted to mention, because we're in the Watermelon, I want to talk a little bit about my songwriting process. Everybody has their own, obviously, but first of all, creativity is my favorite thing in the whole world, and writing songs is my #1 favorite way to be creative. So I just love writing songs. I'll do it any way I can figure out how to do it. I've had a lot of different methods. I don't think there's any right way. But one thing I want to mention is that one of my favorite ways to write songs is to learn somebody else's songs and then learn new chord progressions, learn new melody ideas. Like when I was talking about how much I love John Prine, and of course you already knew that. One thing I love about John Prine is how amazingly witty and succinct and hilarious his lyrics are. And so I've learned a lot of his songs and tried to really get on the inside of them and be like, why is this so good? And I think that's informed my lyric writing style a lot. But I wanted to mention, so when I wrote this song, So Long, New Orleans, that I played a few bits ago, we'll go with that, I wrote that on the same day that I learned a Randy Newman song called Louisiana 1927, which goes, what has happened down here is the winds have changed. Clouds roll in from the north and it starts to rain. You know this song? Interestingly, it's another song about Louisiana flooding. It's the one that goes, Louisiana, Louisiana, they're trying to wash us away. They're trying to wash us away. So that song has almost the same chord progression as New Orleans is crazy. There's nothing she won't do. If you hang around with her, she'll make you do it too. Same chords, slightly different timing. And then I go here in the chorus, he doesn't. But the only reason I'm saying that is because I think it's really interesting to hear songwriters talk about the music that they steal from other songwriters. Steal is the bad way to say it. What is the thing about good artists are inspired, great artists steal, or whatever? Anyway, I'm going to just take that. I do steal. So somebody wanted to hear a Nick Lowe cover, and I wanted to first play a song that was heavily inspired by Nick Lowe, and then I'll play a little bit of one of his songs that inspired this one. It's a brand new song. Just up the stairs and down the hall, I saw you leaning on the wall. You're going out for alcohol. Do I want to go too? All that I knew is I can't wait to bake you've had it coming for a while, I could give it to you. I'll get it too, 'cause I can't wait to break your heart. Can't wait to break your heart. Isn't real till it falls apart. Oh, honey, I can't wait to break your heart. Love can be so cruel. Love can be so vile. We all play the fool once in a while, and I can't wait to break your heart. Can't wait to break your heart. Isn't real till it falls apart. Oh, honey, I can't wait to break your heart. No, can't wait to break your heart. Oh, can't wait to break your heart. Whew. So that's my new song, Can't Wait to Break Your Heart. That'll be on the next record coming up. Who knows when it'll be out, but if you become a patron, you will hear it before anybody else does. Woo! That's Can't Wait to Break Your Heart. That song was heavily inspired by Nick Lowe, although not in the same way as the So Long New Orleans song was inspired by that Randy Newman song. So not that I did not rip off any Nick Lowe guitar parts that I know of or chord progressions, but I was trying to... Whoa! Gosh! 11 new patrons. Holy crap, my friends. Marcus, Shane, Diane, Michelle, Deb, John, Leah, Lisa, Royanne, Susie, Elaine, and it's Voni, or Voni. I'm sorry, I still don't know how to pronounce it, but it is with a V. Gosh, so we made it to 600, and we made it to the rent goal too. Holy crap. Now it's just a concert, folks. This is so fun. If you still want to send me birthday money, please do. 10% of it will go to Southern Solidarity to help feed and clothe the homeless people of New Orleans. And we all know that we have a roof over our heads for the next month too, and that just is great. That really warms my heart. Thank you. Thank you. So, as I was saying, I didn't rip off a particular Nick Lowe song with the last one that I know of, but I was doing my best to write a song the way that Nick Lowe would. So, that's another way that I like to write songs. I'm like, all right, let's pretend that I'm Nick Lowe. What am I going to write? I'm going to play you a little bit of a Nick Lowe song. I don't know if I know all the chords, so we'll see how far I get. But here's a good example. I get it every day. I'm getting used to it. Now every time it hits, my heart quits. I wear a little smile while swallowing the dirt, but underneath my shirt, my heart hurts. It's murder, but it's nice getting away with it. That time you let it hit, I liked it. My fingers and my thumbs overcome me with mirth, but underneath my shirt, my heart hurts. Lord, if you're lonely, you must be out of your mind. Lord, if you're lonely, you must be out of your mind. I get it every day, I'm getting used to it. Now every time it hits, my heart quits. I wear a little smile while swallowing the dirt, but underneath my shirt, my heart hurts. It's a hard song to play because it's not in a regular time signature, which is not something that I do very often, so that's not a way that I like to copy Nick Lowe. But vibe-wise, where it's sort of a feel-good rocker, but then the lyrics are a little bit dark, that's a combination I really love, and I think I was sort of going for it with the Can't Wait to Break Your Heart. Sounds like a really fun party song, but then Can't Wait to Break Your Heart is a little bit of a mean sentiment. It's a little bit punk rock in theme. Yeah, gosh. Oh, I'm so excited because we have 45 minutes and we've already hit all our fundraising goals, and now I can just play you songs. So if you have more requests, please send them. I have one waiting, it looks like. Just checking. This is a song from my Idiot Heart record called Chicken. And I don't know who requested it, but I'm playing it for them, and I hope they're still here. Hold up. Capo malfunction. Loving you's like kissing a chicken. Baby, it's a one-way street. Kissing you's like licking a lemon. You're so sour, it's sweet. You got a heart like a wild cat. If you love me, I really don't know. I got a heart like a steel trap. Never gonna let you go. Oh, how happy we'll be when you finally fall for me. Quickly fixing my capo. It's just breaking. Why don't I have a new one? There we go. Loving you's like a hungry belly, empty as a whiff of smoke. Kissing you's like an open deli when I'm completely broke. You got a heart like a wire cage. I got a heart like a bird. All day long it sings your praise, but I don't think you heard. Oh, how happy we'll be when you finally fall for me. You're so cold, you make me shiver when you're gonna run to me. Obviously, we need one another, baby, I'm your biggest fan. What part of being meant for each other do you not understand? Oh, how happy we'll be when you finally fall for me. How happy we'll be when you finally fall for me. Oh, how happy we'll be when you finally fall for me. Chicken. One little inspiration thing I'm going to mention about that one is that when I made the Idiot Heart record, which I don't seem to have a copy of right here, or do I? No, I do not. The Idiot Heart record has cover art with on the front is a bird inside an anatomical heart, and on the back is a, wait, how's it work? There's a heart in a bird cage and a bird in a rib cage. That's what it is. Heart in a bird cage on the front, bird in a rib cage on the back. And when I made the record, I also got my first visible tattoo, which is this one, from a guy named David Hale. He did most of my tattoos. And this is also a songbird and an anatomical heart. And in that song, I have that line, you got a heart like a wire cage, I got a heart like a bird. And then in the song Smoke Alarm, your heart is in a bird cage, singing in your chest. You want to shut it up, but give it a rest. You're gonna die one day. So the heart in a bird cage was some imagery that I was just really into that year. And I love working on albums that have imagery and lyric themes that show up in a bunch of different songs. I think that's really cool and really fun. So that's just another little trick that I like to use when I'm working on songs. Now you know. The more you know. I guess I'll play some new songs on that note. I played Party at the End of the World. I played So Long New Orleans. Those both have sort of apocalyptic theme, but with this new record I'm working on now, I'm trying to fold, to use baking terminology, trying to fold the fluffy apocalypse theme into the sweet batter of love and relationships. Let's just go with it. So anyway, I have a lot of these songs, and they mention this feeling, this pervasive feeling of, oh gosh, what's happening? The world's ending. But I'm trying to also cover a lot of different ground as far as like what the songs are about. So this is a love song that still touches on the apocalypse idea because it's all connected. It's all one thing. The sun is going down, so there ain't no way around it now. All our kisses are a sign, saying this'll be the last time. But if I had 1,000 years of kissing you, it might not be enough. Honey, don't turn out the light. Let me try tonight to give you all my love. Now the moon is coming out, so there isn't any doubt now, with your body touching mine, and your eyes are full of moonshine. If I had 1,000 years to look at you, it might not be enough. Honey, don't turn out the light. Let me try tonight to give you all my love. All my love. Now the world is burning down, and there ain't no turning round now, and nobody's keeping score. And you wonder what you fight for. But if we had 1,000 years to love this world, it might not be enough. Honey, don't give up the fight. Shine that little light. Give it all your love. Honey, don't give up the fight. Shine that little light. Give it all your love. It's called All My Love. That's a new one, and all you new patrons can hear it right now on Patreon. Boom! I've already shared it there. It's there in demo form. How exciting. Let's see. What else has this theme? I'm going to do a couple more from the upcoming album, and then I'll try to get to a couple more requests. I promise I'll play the John Prine song. I promise I'll play Buck Up. You can take my word. It is good. It is strong. Let me see. I'm going to do, this is again back to the rage category of new songs. Like I said, lots of feelings to have about the apocalypse. One is that love and tenderness that was in that last song. Sometimes you're like, wow, the human race, I don't know if we're going to make it. Oh, the humans are so cute, you know, that's sad. You really want them to make it because we're a good bunch. It's good and bad, but I think mostly good. Mostly people are good, as it says right there on my t-shirt. So anyway, you get this feeling of tenderness. All right. And you also get this feeling of rage, and I'm going to do one of the rage ones now. Uh, this is called Shit List, and I just want to clarify because I've heard a couple people be like, "Why'd you write a song about Nazis? That was a long time ago." It was a long time ago. If you mean the Holocaust, that was a while ago now. However, we have Nazis today. They are right here in the United States. They come out to these protests that we've been having. They're usually a small group because they're scared because there's a lot more of them than there are of us. But there's this sort of fascist movement happening in the U.S. I find it quite terrifying, partly because I'm a Jew, partly because I'm a human being, and partly because I I have a lot of empathy, and a lot of the people in my life have a lot of empathy, and that's how we move in the world. And when I see people that don't seem to have empathy, it really bums me out. I'm like, what are you doing? I feel that way every time the president comes on the news, but I feel that way when I see these neo-Nazi rallies, which happen every once in a while. One of the big ones happened in Charlottesville, which is just a half-hour drive from where I grew up. I grew up in Luray, Virginia. So anyway, this is a song I wrote for the current Nazis who are currently out there in America, and we just want them to stop. So it's for them. You come in at the top of my shit list, even though you look a little punk rock. You talk real loud, but you're totally witless. I think we had enough of hearing you talk, so your life ain't the dream that you thought it would be. So you cry and you scream like a cat in a tree. Well, you want a medal just for being a white boy. That ain't the way we do it no more. That ain't the way we do it no more. That ain't the way we do it no more. You got away with that shit before. That ain't the way we're gonna do it no more. No. I wish you'd never come out of that foxhole. Thought we were rid of you back in 45. Your baby Jesus won't save your soul. He said you better leave your neighbor alive. Well, your life ain't the dream that you think you deserve. And the kids on the street really get on your nerves. So you want a medal just for being a white boy. That ain't the way we do it no more. That ain't the way we do it no more. That ain't the way we do it no more. You got away with that shit before, but that ain't the way we're gonna do it no more. No. Oh. So you want a white nation? That ain't the way we do it. Mass deportation? That ain't the way we do it. Keep the white man rich and keep the women in the kitchen. Ha! Well, that ain't the way we do it no more. That ain't the way we do it no more. You got away with that shit before, but that ain't the way we're gonna do it no more. That ain't the way we're gonna do it no more. Oh! Yeah! Well, you say we should go back where we came from, thinking maybe that you should as well. Put your money where your mealy little mouth is and go right back to hell. Oh, we can take 'em. We can take 'em. We got this, people. Oh my gosh. Whew, it's good to let it out. It's good to let it out. A little bit of sweat, a little bit of rage. Yes. Gosh, okay, all right. Whew. Yeah, now I'm all pumped. But, however, let's see. What do we got on here? I have a set list. That's what I'm looking at down here. I think I want to do one now called Down in the Streets Tonight, because that's sort of like not happy, it's the positive side of the rage. This one's got rage as well as love in it. And that's the magical combination, love and rage, not either or. So this song I've been working on for months and months and months. I had such a hard time finishing it until I went to a protest in Philadelphia on June 1st, where everybody got tear gassed. I didn't get tear gassed. I was about a block away. But I got a little bit of it on my skin, and I didn't like it. And I didn't like that they gassed my brother in the face, and then they arrested him. And I didn't like they gassed all those other people either, and they didn't give him warning. It really bummed me out. But at the same time, I really felt like I was part of history. Like, wow, this is what I've been reading about in books. This is the kind of thing that happens when, empires crumble a little bit. People start going in the streets and they start getting pissed off enough to demand that something different happens. So that's what I think is going on out there, and I know it's scary, but I also find it exciting. So here's a song about that. Mama, it's a disaster, going faster and faster, and all of my heroes turning out to be bastards. Ain't no peace to be found in this company town, 'cause the house will keep winning till we turn the house down. So all my friends in the streets tonight, we go singing. All my friends who are down and out, we gonna fight. All our friends in the up above, with all our rage and all our love, adding fuel to the fire down in the streets tonight. Where they call it a riot, 'cause we ain't keeping quiet. But if you've been listening, we know you don't buy it. And they say we've been stealing, but who's the real villain when we can't even make a living? They're out there making a killing. So all my friends in the streets tonight, we go singing. All my friends who are down and out, we gonna fight. All our friends in the up above, with all our rage and all our love, adding fuel to the fire down in the streets tonight. Well, they can lock us up and they can knock us. They can lock us. Ooh. They can lock us up and they can knock us down. We're the ones who run this town. We're gonna shout it out until we make them face. We're the ones who own this place. They can lock us up and they can knock us down. We're the ones who run this town. We're gonna shout it out until we make them face. We're the ones who run this place. So all my friends in the streets tonight, we go singing. All my friends who are down and out, we gonna fight. All our friends in the up above, with all our rage and all our love, adding fuel to the fire down in the streets tonight. Down in the streets tonight. Down in the streets tonight. Woo! Well, I forgot a couple chords, but we came around to it in the end. Revolution is messy, you know? All right, we got some notes. Yes, good point. Okay, my wonderful manager, who I really appreciate and adore, her name is Natalie. She reminded me to give a shout out to Lara at Fleming Artists, who is my booking agent. Fleming Artists is a small agency, and Lara took me on at that agency in January. And you know what happened right after January? All of our gigs got canceled and postponed for the rest of the year. So, well, that was February. That was March, rather. So we did like one gig that she had booked, and then we haven't done any since. And she and Jim, also at Fleming Artists, have just been incredibly supportive, and they've been doing these Zoom meetings for all their artists to try and help people make it through the pandemic. And they're a really wonderful company. So Fleming Artists, I highly recommend them. Also, Lara just had a new baby. I don't know if she's watching. Probably not. Hopefully she's napping. But Lara, good job. Proud of you. Okay, we also got a bunch of new patrons. Holy crap. Okay, we got Jack G, Belinda W, Ron L, Kitty H, Bethany L, Kathleen W, Lee H, Terry G, and Suzanne A. Hell yeah. We got 615 patrons. Oh my heavens to Betsy. We're going to get rid of so many of these early CDs. I'm very excited. Very excited. Thank you. And we've raised over $4,000, which means the guy's rent will be paid. And Southern Solidarity here in New Orleans will get a little donation from me and you. It's a happy birthday. It's a very happy birthday. All right, we have a little over 20 minutes left here, so let me just think about, I got all these songs to play still. Goodness. This has been really fun, and I want to thank you guys for all the support of all the different kinds that you give. And again, if you don't have money right now, thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Share this video to your feed, sharing whatever I do wherever you want to share it. It's all just totally invaluable. It's totally priceless. It keeps the whole ship going. So thank you for all those kinds of support, and just for listening and liking the songs. That's the number one form of support that I most appreciate. Let's see. I think I want to do another new one. I mentioned there's the tenderness of the apocalypse. The tenderness of the doomed is a theme here. And this is kind of a straight up love song, a little bit like All My Love, but even more lovey-dovey. And I wrote this one for my husband, John, who remains off camera, but who is an incredible source of support in my life. I don't know what I'd do without him. So I wrote him this. You got a love that keeps me warm, slow rolling like a thunderstorm, low humming like a summer night. You got a love that treats me right, got lucky running into you, half grown at only 22, back when I was the running kind. You had a love to ease my mind, and the world burns on below. But how sweet the world could be if every heart could know the mercy that you show to me. You got a love that knows the way, slow falling like a snowy day, soft glowing like a winter night. You got a love that shines a light. How crazy after all these years, you'd still be moving me to tears. So happy just to lie me down beside a love that sticks around. And the world burns on below. But how sweet it all could be if every heart could know the mercy that you show to me. The mercy that you show to me. All right, y'all. Getting sappy in here. Let's see. What can I what can I play that's not too sappy? Break it up a little. Break it up before I get to the John Prine one. Fall all apart all over again. Goodness. How about Twister? Haven't done that in a little while. This is another in the Inspired by New Orleans set. I'm trying to think if there's anything in here that goes with this song. You know, probably just the whole city. I wish I could turn around the camera and show you. So the watermelon sits in our backyard in New Orleans, which is, it's sort of a garden, but it's really more like just an overgrown tropical thicket, you could call it. There's a cast iron tub with some ginger lilies in it. There's a few plants in pots, but mostly there's a giant overgrown magnolia tree and a giant overgrown patch of bamboo, and they both sort of fall over the top of the watermelon. So there's like this canopy, accidental canopy. It's probably not very good for the structure. I can see banana trees from here, and just a lot of really tall weeds is sort of the vibe. So now you have the scene set. And I wrote this song right here in the watermelon, and what happened was that a tornado hit about a block from our house, and it knocked down another house, like right over there. And it just sort of like, the tornado was coming, it was forming over the city, there's a tornado warning, we were inside, and then we heard this crash, and it had just like taken its tail and gone poof, and just smote one house on the corner. Nobody was in it, luckily. Anyway, so I was thinking about tornadoes, and I wrote this. Well, it all went down when I heard him sing like a whiskey. It was wild and warm. Heard the preacher preaching, the bells all ringing, and the rumble of a gathering storm. And when they took my hand, the wind blew strong. I said, put that down and back away slow. Found about enough out of you now, mister. Well, I can't help you if you don't know. But if it ain't nailed down, we're gonna lose it in the twister. Turn tail, jump ship, hop on a train. You better run, boy, for you're in a world of pain. I can hear it coming and we ain't even kissed. If it ain't nailed down, we're gonna lose it in the twister. Oh, well, I'm not sure he heard a word I said, or really if I said it at all. 'Cause the next I know I was in his bed with a window and a clock on the wall. And the clock stopped ticking and the sky went black. I said, good goddamn, well, what have we done? We tried to beat the devil, but we couldn't resist. We laid down when we should have turned and run. And if it ain't nailed down, we're gonna lose it in the twister. Turn tail, jump ship, hop on a train. You better run, boy, for you're in a world of pain. I can hear it coming and we ain't even kissed. If it ain't nailed down, we're gonna lose it in the twister. I had a home, now I got a hole in the ground. Had a man, now I got a man about town. So take it from the lady in the rubble and wreck. When you feel that feeling on the back of your neck, just turn tail, jump ship, hop on a train. You better run, girl, for you're in a world of pain. I can hear it coming and we ain't even kissed. If it ain't nailed down, we're gonna lose it. You're gonna have to turn tail, jump ship, hop on a train. You better run, girl, for you're in a world of pain. Can't beat the devil, so you got to resist. If it ain't nailed down, we're gonna lose it in the twister. My early apocalyptic works. Oh gosh. I just realized I didn't play Lovin' Is Easy, which is one that I'm quite fond of. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a couple more after that, and then we're going to be home free. We're all going to go about our lives for the next month, and then you'll find me back here sometime in August, which is the month we have somehow arrived at. Let's see. Oh, I know. While we're doing behind the song kind of things. Gosh, more new patrons. What? Hillary. Hillary, Carol, Michelle, Kim, Johanna. What? Who are you people? Goodness, what an honor it is. So excited to write you songs. Yeah, speaking of writing songs, so I want to do a song of mine called Lovin' is Easy, but before I do it, I want to talk about the song that inspired it, which is an old jazz tune. I found it on a Chet Baker record. I can't remember the name of the guys who wrote it. I think it was two guys. Maybe Sammy Kahn? I forget. Anyway, this I think is one of the most perfect songs ever. I'm just going to play one time through it because it's very short. It's a short form. I fall in love too easily. I fall in love too fast. I fall in love too terribly hard for love to ever last. My heart should be well schooled, 'cause I've been fooled in the past. But still I fall in love too easily. I fall in love too fast. Isn't that about the prettiest song you've ever heard? Okay, so I heard that song, actually, I first heard it from my friend Seth Walker, who's a wonderful songwriter, because we were doing the main thing that songwriters do when they hang out, which is they're like, you ever heard this song? It's cool, isn't it? They try to like out-nerd each other. So he played me that song live on his guitar, and I about died of overwhelming adoration is what I did. Anyway, so I was thinking about that song and how it's an unusual kind of song. It's a love song, sort of, but it's not to a person, right? He's never in that song is he saying, you, the object of my affection, I fall in love with you. He's just saying, I fall in love too easily. I should have been well schooled because I've been fooled in the past, but still I fall in love too easily. I fall in love too fast. And that melody is like so just gorgeous, a little nugget of a composition. Anyway, and then I realized as a person who falls in love very fast, I also should write a song about that. So I tried to write one of these kind of meta love songs, and it came out like this. I'm in love with you, but it's alright. I fall in love nearly every night, and it fills up my heart so I can't keep it in. So I hope you don't mind if I say it again. I'm in love with you, but it's okay. I fall in love almost every day. I'm in love with the boys in the band down my street, and with every good poet I happen to meet. 'Cause loving is easy, it's taking a breath. I do it all day till the day of my death. I don't want to own you, you don't have to stay. Just as long as I've known you, I wanted to say I'm in love with you. Is that a sin? Just look at the state that you got me in. When I think of your hands, of your eyes, of your tongue, I get suddenly foolish and humble and young. 'Cause I'm in love with you, honey. But don't be afraid, I fell in love with the love that we made. But it's none of my business if you could love me. You don't have to earn it, I'm giving it free. 'Cause loving is easy, Just taking a breath. I do it all day till the day of my death. I don't wanna own you. You don't have to stay. Just as long as I've known you, I wanted to say I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. Ooh. That would be Lovin' Is Easy. Before that I played I Fall in Love Too Easily. If you want to look up that song, I highly recommend the version on the album Chet Baker Sings. One of my favorite albums of all time, actually. And it's pretty, like, relaxing during a pandemic. I noticed I've only wanted to listen to, like, cocktail jazz through the whole pandemic. I can't handle anything more anxiety-provoking than that. Anyway, guys, I got a couple more for you here. And, oh, and I got some notes. Oh, my gosh, it's true. Got another new patron, Jeff M. Wow, Jeff. Hello. I also want to thank all of the many patrons who've already been patrons for a long time. I bet there's some of you out there watching, and I have to say, I've had a Patreon now for about 6 years. It took a while to like get it going, figure out how it worked. It was a brand new technology at the time. But when the pandemic hit, I already had a decent monthly income, and I remember that was about my second or third thought. So back in March, when our gigs started getting canceled and we started realizing the depth of the problem, I remember first I was like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? And then I was like, oh my God, what is the band gonna do? And then I thought, I have Patreon, so I'm gonna make it, and I can probably help make sure that some other people make it, because I have this base of support that, you know, allows me to pay my bills and keep the whole thing rolling, and it employs me to write songs. It's hard to get a job writing songs these days, but I think of Patreon as my employer as a songwriter. There's people there, you guys, and I know that you want to hear my songs, and that makes me want to work on them and finish them and deliver them to you. So I just can't thank you enough, and I'm excited to send you guys some little birthday gifts next month, and I'm gonna add a special gift for people that have already been patrons for a long time. So it won't be money based, but it will be based on, like, people who have been patrons for more than a year will get extra bonus merchandise. So yeah, thank you. That's really all I'm saying. Speaking of people that I love and appreciate, this is a song I wrote for John Prine. I know a lot of you watching found me because of this song and because of him. So just thank you to John Prine and to Fiona and to everybody who watched this video of me doing this song and cried along with me. And thanks to John one more time. Hey John Prine, thanks for the tunes, they were sweet as peaches, crazy as loons. You were telling us how to be good to each other. Smart ass, smiling, aimless lover, but it's rough down here since we got the news. Might take a miracle to kill these blues. Everybody been crying like a little girl in the whole wide, big old goofy world. But tonight heaven is a happier place. They were all sick of singing Amazing Grace. Now it's fish and whistle, lean on me. Everybody's singing in harmony. Tonight in heaven it must be nice. They're all eating peaches in paradise. All of them angels lining up in a queue just to go fishing with you. Just to go fishing with you. John Prine, one more thing, you're the one who made us all wanna sing. You made it look so easy and sound so fun. Well, sing a little sweeter now that you're all done. Please tell Petty we've been breaking down since. Merle and Bowie and Leonard and Prince, you got a pretty good band up there, I guess. We all wish you all the best. But tonight heaven is a happier sick of singing Amazing Grace. Now it's fish and whistle, lean on me. Everybody singing in harmony. Tonight in heaven it must be nice. They're all eating peaches in paradise. All of them angels lining up in a queue just to go fishing with you. Just to go fishing with you. Just to go fishing with Jesus and Patty and you. Thanks, John. And Petty. And Prince. Bill Withers. All y'all. Damn. A rough decade. Whew. Alright, guys. Well, we've reached the end of the show, and it's been a raging success. I can't believe how many people donated and became patrons. I'm really excited to send the money to my boys to pay rent as the emergency pandemic unemployment money disappears. Especially happy to send that, and I'm also happy to send some money to Southern Solidarity. Check them out, southernsolidarity.org. We have a lot of houseless people here in New Orleans, and they need stuff. Oh my gosh, a couple more new patrons. Rachel D, Jeff M. Thanks, guys. All right, I got one more tune for you. We're right on time. Thank you again. My name's Carsey Blanton. I got nothing else to say. My heart is really full, and this has been a really, really special birthday celebration. I'm going to remember this one for a long time. Thank you for being with me. I'll send you off with another song inspired heavily by Mr. John Prine. Been lying awake and wondering where it all went wrong. We're running in this human race, but the odds are looking long. So I sat beside my hound dog and I looked into his eyes. I said, what's the use of trying? And to my surprise, he said, buck up, baby, come on, sick 'em. Make 'em laugh if you can't lick 'em. Keep on shining like you know you should. When it gets bad, that's the way we get it good. Come on. My shoes on and I walked out in the street. Papers say we're on the way to starting World War III. So I took the hand of my paper man. I said, what we're gonna do? And he just started laughing. He said, I got news for you. You better buck up, baby, come on, sick 'em. Make 'em laugh if you can't lick 'em. Keep on shining like you know you should. Keep on shining, that's the way to get it good. Yeah. La 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 la. Keep on shining like you know you should. Keep on shining, that'll get 'em good. They got the money and they're never gonna get enough. But honey, we got the love. Yeah. And we got friends who come out swinging. We get hit, we go home singing la la la, like we know we should. We keep on shining, that's the way we get 'em good. Yeah, tell me. We sing buck up, baby, come on, sick 'em. Make 'em laugh if you can't lick 'em. Keep on shining like you know you should. Keep on shining, that's the way to get 'em good. Keep on shining, honey, that'll get 'em good. Yay! Thank you guys so much for watching. Shout out to Joe Plowman and Patrick Firth. I'm going to send you rent money any minute. I told you I could do one by myself. Woo! Party, guys. I'll see you guys next month. Thank you again. I love you